Hey guys, this video is being made for Bushmaster 88, but a lot of different people asked me to make a video like this. This is a video on my whole knife collection. See here, I kind of set them up. I had knives all over the place, so it was kind of a pain in the butt to get them all together in one shot, but I'll just scan through them real quick. On the bottom here I have semi-fixed blades. You've seen the Moras coming in through here. These two are both Schrade sharp fingers, a little bit of an older design. This one is made by a company named Precise. I don't have a lot of information on this knife. It's got a nice like wildcat etch in the blade. Then I have a cheap little Winchester someone gave me. This is the Mora clipper that I use. You can probably see. Pretty scratched up and beat up. Old Benchmade model. This is the Mora 2000. I did not have a video for this yet, but I plan on making one in the future. Then I have my Balisong collection, which you guys have already seen, or if you have not seen, check out that video. It's just, I believe the title is just Balisong collection. I can do a search real quick for that, and I go over each one of those very, fairly quickly. Then I have more of my tactical type folders here. Columbia River Knife and Tool, Mount Whitney, a Cold Steel Tylite, Zytel version, Cold Steel Medium Vaquero. This is an Opinel number 8 with a stainless steel blade. This is a Columbia River Knife and Tool M18-02. It's the model with the inserts. This is a little Colt Signature Series knife. Next one's another Columbia River Knife and Tool, part of the 14K Summit Series. That one is the Pikes Peak. Then, of course, I have two different Kershaw Scallions. That SOG Twitch 2. Now, this one I have not done a video on. This is a Benchmade Ascent. I don't remember what model number this is, but this is long discontinued. Smaller folder by Benchmade. And that's Ascent, spelled A-C-C-E-N-T. Then I have the two Delta Z Ospreys. I have my Benchmade Model 42. I have a bunch of different Victorinox Swiss Army knives, which I've done videos on. There's my Leatherman Wave, all opened up to show you the different tools. My current EDC and user, my Kershaw Cyclone. I have a Columbia River Knife and Tool Roll-Lock 1. An old Gerber Easy Out with a skeletonized blade. Then on top here, I have a video for each one of these. This is the Peter Atwood Skeeter. It's a custom neck knife. I have a video on that if you want to do a search. And I have my Chris Reeves Sebenza, which I store in this little Pelican 1010 case. These Pelican cases are great. Really, really just top-notch hard cases for storage. So that's basically my collection. Now, I have other knives I don't have spread out here. Actually, let me just bring them to you. I'm in my bedroom here. As you see, here's a couple of my bags. Don't mind the clothes underneath there. I gotta throw that in the wash. This is the Camelback Hog, H-A-W-G. That's the military version, which has the insulated hose. You can see here, but it's got insulated hose. The webbing's a little bit stronger than the civilian model. This is in like a foliage green. I will be definitely doing a video on that. Here's my other bag, the Maxpedition VersiPack, Jumbo VersiPack. You see there I got the little Camelback bottle in there. Now this is one of my dresser drawers here. I have 3 tins. These are old cookie tins. I got for Christmas like over the years. The first tin, I keep all flashlight stuff. All flashlight related stuff. I got different flashlight parts. I got some Maglite parts in here and different flashlights, some batteries, stuff like that. Then the next tin, I have this is my knife related tin. I have about 20 or 30 cheapo knives in here. Well, except for this one. This one's pretty decent, but I haven't used it in a long time. This is a Columbia River Knife and Tool Kiss. Pretty interesting design. But I have a couple, I got a Smith & Wesson in here, a bunch of cheapos, a little keychain knife, another cheap fixed blade, some cheap throwing knives. So I didn't even bother showing this stuff because everything's so cheap. I didn't want to take the time to even spread it out. It's not really worth mentioning most of it. Some cheap sharpeners. Basically, most of the stuff in here, when I have company over my house, a lot of times it's almost like a grab bag. I'll give stuff away. But anyway, then the last tin is like oddball stuff. I keep paracord in here. See, I got ACU gray paracord, some loose green paracord, more batteries, some different accessories for stuff. So I did not show all my knives, but you know, I got basically the gist of it, you know, in here in this one shot. So let me back this out a little bit as much as I can, and there you go. That's my current collection. Now, at one time, I had I only collected cheap knives. I was younger. Besides like 2 or 3 decent knives I used for Boy Scouts, for the most part, I had probably 400 or 500 knives. I know that sounds like wow, you know, that's a lot of knives. Well, yeah, but they're very cheap. They were all under the $20 range, you know, for price. A lot of them flea market stuff. I actually had made a couple purchases over the knife show. You know, it comes on at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Old Home Shopping Network. You know, where I got like 100 knives for like ridiculous price, whatever it was. They're all cheap, but I like the variety. I didn't really use my knives at the time, you know, so I displayed them. So I didn't really need a quality knife. But then later, I got into collecting really, really nice knives. I was actually a Microtech fan, microholic, really, because that's all I collected for a while was Microtechs. But I collected like limited edition models and very expensive models, and at one point I had maybe like 15 or 16 different Microtechs, but I didn't want to use any of them because they were all collectible, and I didn't want to scratch them up. So then I got to my current phase, which is I just buy knives that are, you know, reasonably priced for the most part. The exception being the Sebenza. Of course, that is definitely worth the money, but that's probably my most expensive knife I have right now, without a doubt. But for the most part, I like knives that I'm able to use. You know, it's a quality product. It's something I can rely on. But you know, if I lose it, you know, for the most part, if I lose one of these knives, I'm not gonna kill myself over it. Obviously, I'll be really upset about it. But basically, my collection right now, besides some of the older ballad songs, because I like the variety, like some of the cheapos here. Besides that, most of my knives I use, and I'll rotate. You know, like I said, right now I'm carrying the Cyclone, but I'll rotate out. Sometimes I'll carry my old Gerber, you know, Easy out, you know, because it's kind of a good beater knife. I'll always have my Leatherman Wave on me. I keep that on my belt, in the belt sheath that I have for it. So I always have that on me, which has a plain edge blade, and a fully serrated blade. So whatever knife I'm carrying is pretty much a backup knife, you know. I don't really need them, but of course I enjoy carrying them and collecting. So that's about it. Like I said, this video was specifically for Bushmaster 88, but I did have a lot of different people request it. So I hope you enjoyed it. So once again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.